Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons in our NCAA Football series, where we are here in our second season with the Seminoles of Florida State, and we have got a home game to start this one off against against Duke. We're coming off a pretty humiliating defeat against Michigan, and I get it, we were 12 and 13 rankings at the time. I understand all that business, but we were just completely dominated in the second half. Our offense, man, it was a major struggle. In the first half, scoring 10 points, the only touchdown coming late in the first half, and then being held to just one touchdown all second half. We have got some work to do, and so I think, Duke is a good game to get back on track, okay? I mean, they're a decent program. They're not horrible anymore, at least, and so I think if we can put together a solid performance, and, I would easily say a couple score victory over Duke at home, we should be able to kind of get ourselves back on track for the season. And so that's really what we're looking to do here as we face off against them. We are now number 16 in the team. We have fallen from number 12, only 4 spots, but hey, it is what it is. Now we're going to start out here about halfway through the first quarter with ourselves on defense, and Verse comes through and is going to bring Holman down for a sack. This should be a big season for that young man right there. He got off with just pure speed and got around that left tackle and put a hit on Holman I'm sure he will remember for a long time. And that was a big-time play for the defense right there, seeing us actually get pressure. We did a pretty good job against Michigan, just not enough times when it counted. So 2nd and 15, Duke comes out in a shotgun, and the pressure comes up quick, this time from Briggs and Jackson. Both there on that left side coming up to kind of close that pocket in and force that incomplete throw, as he had to throw way too quick on that one. So now 3rd and 15, our defense stepping up big time right now. And this is a big play opportunity. In a shotgun, Holman has the snap. Pressure comes. He drops it off quick. He bounces off one guy. He broke the tackle. Makes another man miss and brought down at about the 14-yard line. Ooh, that was a close one. They said he only gained 7 yards, but my goodness, that was a stressful 7 yards for our defense. He almost broke that out. But we are going to force them to punt, thankfully, as they will be doing so from their own end zone. As they punt it out, Toafili will get it about the 37, 38-yard line, and he starts his return, cuts it to the left across the 50, and is brought down at about the 46-yard line. About 15 yards on that one, a pretty good return for that young man right there. So now with our second drive of the game here, another opportunity. We didn't put points the first time, but we can this time. As we have an option keeper, Credible, right up the middle, pushing forward, and he's going to get blasted, but he's having a pretty good season on the ground, now just over 200 yards on the ground so far this season. So that brings up 2nd and 1 from the Blue Devil, about 36-yard line. We're going to come out in a shotgun. We got 4 wide with Ward in the backfield. Hand it off to Ward going left. Big hole open. Makes a quick little move and is brought down after a gain of 6 yards. Trayshawn Ward picking up the first down for us, getting it to the 32-yard line, and a brand new set. So here we go, coming out in the 3 wide. Rector, our tight end, in the slot to the right with the bunch. Credible has the snap, fires it over the middle. He's got Wilson, who makes kind of a slight little move, but picks up 10 yards on it. Now, they're not going to give us the first down, it looks like. They are going to mark us just inches short. So 2nd and inches on that 10-yard reception by Wilson. Now Credible is going to come out in a pistol formation right here. Rector in the H-back set. Ward gets handed the ball off to the left side. He's got a hole, cuts it out left, breaking tackles, and is brought down. And turned out to be a 5-yard gain. Went a lot further than 5 yards for that, let me tell you. He's got 4 rushes for 20 yards so far here in the first quarter. And now with the 1st and 10, as the first quarter is getting set to come to a close, 1.5 minutes remaining. Come out in a pistol formation, 2 tight ends. Hand it off to Ward up the middle, and they're going to get a good stop. They got pressure on us. They got around our pulling blockers, and Daquan Johnson brings them down for the tackle. That will be a loss of a yard, so Ward now 19 yards on the ground instead of 20. So 2nd and 11. As we come set to the line here, we're going to be in a shotgun, 3 wide receivers all to the left side. Credible has the snap, stands over, he fires, he's got Wilson pushing forward, and Wilson gets brought down after a gain of 17 yards. just shy of the end zone. He's got 27 yards on 2 catches now. Credible is 5 of 7 for 49 yards here in the first quarter. He'll be brought down at about the 1 yard line, so that's going to put us about 3 feet away. And an opportunity to just punch this one home authoritatively. Credible coming out in a power I formation. 2 tight ends to the right. Hands it off to Ward. Big hole open, and Ward is going to get across the goal line easily, picking up the yard and the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Seminoles authoritatively hammering that one home. And that's going to give us a quick 7-0 lead after we get this extra point booted up and through. Fitzgerald solid as ever with the boot from there. So 7-0 is our lead early on. Now after we get a defensive stop, we have a chance with the ball back once again. About 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Credible's in a shotgun, hands it off to Ward, breaking. Almost broke that tackle, but he does get brought down. Rocky Shelton coming in with the tackle right there for no gain on the play. At least it wasn't a loss. So now 2nd and 10. We're going to come out once again in the shotgun. 3 wide, 2 tight ends, or 2 receivers to the right. Douglas to the left. Credible drops back, throws it. He hits Ja'Kai Douglas, and that's going to pick up about 11 yards right there. That's going to be a first down for the Seminoles. Douglas has got 56 yards on 3 catches here so far this afternoon. A pretty solid day for that young man. So 7.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Credible 7 of 9 for 85 yards. I think we need to get our passing game going a little bit more. So on 1st and 10, we run a play action. Credible drops back, fires it over. That's almost intercepted. Well played by Tony Davis for the Blue Devils. Stuck with Wilson all the way through and is able to make that stop. So 2nd and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Credible is going to be in a shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Or pistol formation, actually. Hands it off to Ward, and he's getting nowhere. Ward brought down for a loss of 1 once again. Rocky Shelton, this time getting the tackle for the loss. And that's starting to become a little disturbing trend for us. I'm starting to get a little nervous about it. Our run game not being as effective. Ward 30 yards on 10 carries only. So 3rd and 11, coming out in the shotgun. Going to have to go deep with it. We hit Rector for it. He breaks a tackle. Rector lowers his shoulder and powers forward for 14 yards on 3rd and 11. And that's going to give us a brand new set of downs. Rector all the way down to the 20-yard line. That's going to put us inside the red zone. 3rd and 11. Dropped it off to him really kind of for a field goal position shot. But he breaks the tackle and then just uses pure manhood and bowls through the other. As we now hand it off to Ward. He's got speed. He's got the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Our running game was a struggle. Ward said, no worries. I got this. And he's going to take it in for the end zone, into the end zone for the touchdown. His 2nd of the day from 20 yards out. 11 carries, 50-some yards now. Way to go, Ward, as this extra point is going to put us 2 whole touchdowns up. And that one is up and through. So we lead 14-0. Now taking a look at some other scores in the ACC, Wake Forest, number 19 in the nation, is losing to Georgia Tech. Well, Wake Forest is at home. That's kind of a shocking game right now, but there's a lot of football left to be played in that one. So here we come out a little later in the second. Duke did add a field goal on. So the score is 14-3. We have just about 3.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. So that first carry gets us to a 2nd and 6. We are at our own 20-yard line. Credible coming out in a shotgun formation. 3 wide. It's going to be an option. He keeps it. He's got open space. Credible. He's going to be off to the races at the 30, at the 20. No one's going to be there. 5. Touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 80 yards away. Just incredible with a just incredible performance on the ground right there. Beautiful option keeper. Read the defense. Got right past the 2 tacklers. They overplayed their hand. And he's going to take it to the house. And that's going to now give us a 21-3 lead with that extra point going through. And checking back in on Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. Georgia Tech adding on another field goal. The 2nd field goal for Kelly. This time, his longest one is from the 29-yard line, so I can't be too impressed by that. Wake Forest is reeling. Their defense needs to step up. Their offense really definitely needs to step up. So, After that last touchdown, we put a stop on Duke, held him to a 3-and-out, so we do get the ball back with 1:11 remaining in this one. Incredible, dropping back, rolling out to the right. He's got space. He's already proven he can run. Almost had one blocker. If he had gotten that one, if Wright had able to make that block, we probably could have been sprung out there. But he is brought down after a big-time gain either way. So we're going to come out to the 25-yard line now in a shotgun 3 wide. We send Wright in motion. Play action, toss it over to Wright. He breaks one tackle. He's off to the left side. Oh, and he pushes him, fights to get out of bounds with 56 seconds remaining after gaining 7 yards. Winston Wright, he is a pesky little kid, being able to fight for those extra yards when he needs to. 2nd and 3 in the pistol. We're going with the option. It's been working so far as Credible gets hit after a gain of 8 yards. And we're going to continue in that pistol formation with the 3 receivers as we go into the hurry-up offense here. Credible. 1st and goal from the 10. Has the snap. Drops back. Fires it. It's caught by Justin Jones. Touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Credible to Jones. A matchup that's worked over the years. What a throw and catch. And that's going to give us a 28-7 lead here in the second quarter over Duke, which is exactly what we were looking for happening in this game, coming off our last game against Michigan. So big time play by our offense, and that's going to give us a score at halftime, 28-3 here in Tallahassee. Duke, I'm not sure they know what to do with themselves at this point. Every part of our game has been working. The run game was a struggle till Ward busted that 20-yard touchdown. Once that happened, man, the option game has opened up. So right now the defense doesn't know who to guard during that one. And so it's making us like easy pickings for us on that end. Our defense is doing a great job containing Duke. So let's not underplay what they're able to do. We're getting a lot of pressure. We're getting sacks. We're getting stops. That's the biggest thing in the world, is get the sacks. And you see the team defense, the swarming defense that we're having right now, is really helping us out here. Duke is being held to 78 yards in total to our 294 yards. Neither team has a turnover yet, so we're playing pretty clean game, but our defense is just dominating, and our offense has just taken off. After being contained so much last week, we've really stepped up the notch to make it and put on an authoritative performance in that first half. Now we just have to continue it to the second half. That's where the key details come in. We have to play well in half number 2. We set everything up in half number 1, but coming out, we need to do it same thing in half number 2. And we're going to get that one started away just right now off the bat here in the third quarter. 7.5 minutes remaining. 1st and 10. Credible fires that one over, looking for Rector, but it gets knocked away by Stinson. His first deflection of the day. Credible's 12 of 17 on the afternoon. So 2nd and 10 now from the Blue Devil, about 46-yard line. Credible changing plays up at the line as the snap rolls out to his right. Finds Ward though coming out of the backfield. And instead of running it, gets it to Ward for 14 yards. That's his 4th reception for 20 yards on the day so far. Credible 13 of 18 now for 146 and the touchdown. So 7 minutes to go, 1st and 10. It's going to be an option. This time we hand it off to Ward, and he's going to pick up a good 6-yard rush right there. He's having a good day, 14 carries for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. So really solid afternoon for him. Let's just see if we can't get him pushed over that century mark to make it that much better. So 2nd and 4, Credible in a shotgun, 3 wide. Rector in the slot right. Has a snap. Duke brings a blitz. Rolling out to his right, and he had Rector, but both of them moved. Looked like miscommunication and just a really poor pass thrown by Credible on that one. And that falls incomplete. That's going to make it 3rd and 4 now here for the Seminoles offense. Trying to put this, I wouldn't say it's a put away yet, although we are dominating them. But looking for one of those big score signature kind of, here we are, scores. And we got it! McLean, he makes the catch for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. McLean came in. He hasn't had much time in this season just because of the other receivers that have stepped up. But he stepped in on that one, and what an impact he had. Pure speed getting past the defenders on the other side of him. Incredible. Found him for the touchdown. That's going to make it 35-3. Now looking over there, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, 20-7 now. Halfway, about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. They need to do a little bit better. Now that touchdown would signal the end of our starters' day. We did put on the dominating performance I was hoping we would have. Completely blew him out of the water. Credible. He is our player of the game. 212 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, or 3 touchdowns. Either way, 4 total touchdowns. And a great day for him on that one. So great performance by our offense. 49-6. Okay, 49-6. That was the final score. Our defense gave up only 1 field goal in the second half, and that came whenever we had all our backups in. So I'm really proud of how we bounced back in this one. It was coming off that kind of loss that we had against Michigan, you don't know how your team's going to respond. You just don't. But we responded really well. Now, after winning at home, that's one thing. But now we got to go back out on the road again. Of course, last time we were on the road was in Ann Arbor, and we lost this one. But now we're facing Mack Brown and the North Carolina Tarheels, who can be a thorn in our side at times. We have moved up to be the number 14 team in the nation. You see where we stand with our passing yards and rushing yards per game. But look at North Carolina. They have got 297 yards per game through the air. So that is going to be something we're going to have to look to try to stop. And I say try to stop because a team that averages 300 yards, really in an ideal world, you're going to slow them down. You probably ain't going to stop them. You're just going to slow them down. So that's what we're going to aim to do here is kind of slow down this Tar Heel offense and see and come away. We got to play solidly, though. Our defense is going to struggle in this one. Their offense is that good. We have to show we can match a solid offensive team. Right? We just have to. So let's get ready to get this one underway. Number 14, Florida State, visiting North Carolina at Kenan Memorial Stadium. This one should be a good one. And North Carolina is going to start out with the ball here in this game, as they have a 2nd and 10 now from their own about 40 or 37-yard line. May drops back. He's going to fire it over to Brooks. British Brooks makes a 7-yard reception right there. That'll be his first touch of the day. We need to look to limit him as much as we can on our defensive side. So that's going to make it 3rd and 3 now here for the Tar Heel offense. May is going to be in a shotgun, 4 wide. He has a snap. We bring a blitz. He stands tall and fires it over to Downs, who breaks a tackle. He's off to the races at the 15, 10. Green finally drags him down after 52 yards at the 5-yard line. Drake May now 64 yards thanks to that 52-yarder. Right there, Downs breaking the tackle. That's going to be a difference maker. We have to make the tackles. All right, any team that fails to tackle is generally going to lose. So we have to make these tackles. 1st and goal for the Tar Heels. May drops back. We get some pressure. He throws that one out of the back of the end zone. Smart play by that kid. Don't take the sack. Throw the pressure, but we jumped off sides. Oh, you've got to be. Love it. Damn it. I didn't see us going offsides on that one. I thought we got back. And so now here we are. 1st and goal once again from the 3, though, instead of the 5.5. And it could have been 2nd and goal instead of remaining 1st. Tar Heels coming out in a heavy goal line set. They toss it out to the right to Brooks. Jay gets off his block, pushes him, and gets him down just before the goal line. But he picks up 2 yards anyways. And they got about inches to go before they get across that goal line. This is going to take one hell of a defensive stand if we can prevent them from getting that touchdown. You see where the ball is? There's the goal line. Time to nut up and make it happen. North Carolina under center, sends a tight end in motion, left to right. Looks like he's changing the play. Drops back. He avoids the sack and throws it back left. And that's actually going to work. J.J. Jones with the touchdown catch. We had him. Not once, but technically twice, and he had us on. Could have just scrambled into the end zone instead of doing what he did. Threw it all the way across. We had 3 defenders there. Not one of them touched the guy. We're worried about the ball. And they're going to review it just so they can see this NFL-style touchdown catch with 2 feet dragging and then another 2 little steps. So, yeah, that's an easy touchdown call. All right, well, our defense, we knew their passing game was going to be a problem, right? 297 per game. We could see that type of thing coming. Now we have to respond here. And on 2nd and 2 from our own 28, we hit over to Wilson coming across on the drag route. He's going to pick up 6 yards on that one. So Johnny Wilson, 6 yards, his first catch of the night, as we get set with a 1st and 10 now from about our own 33-yard line. Credible is in a shotgun, changing the play at the last second. Tarheels bring a blitz. Credible drops back, fires it off to the left. He's got Wright down the side. Wright, no one's going to catch him. 20, 10, touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. On just Credible's second pass of the day, he hits Wright for a 62 yards. This time going over, or 67 yards actually, 67 yards, untouched into the end zone. Wright with a great route and stuck with it all the way across from right to left. Makes a beautiful catch and then just pure speed into the end zone. So now here we are with the extra point to try to get this thing tied up. Fitzgerald solid as ever. Boot ball through the upright, tie ball game. Now, after allowing a field goal, so I guess technically we did improve. Here we are with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter and an opportunity to try and take the lead if we can get a touchdown. We get that first pass over to Ja'Kai Douglas, his first touch of the evening, and he's going to pick up a couple yards of that little wide receiver screen pass. So 2nd and 8. Credible comes out in a shotgun, 3 wide. Ward to his left, has the snap. They bring a blitz. Fires it quickly to Jones, who makes the catch in a tight zone. And only picks up 5 yards as he's brought down relatively quickly on that one. So we are at about the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter, looking to try and take this lead here in this one. So we're going to come out in a shotgun. 3rd and 3. 4 wide this time. Ward offset to the right side. Call adjustment at the line. Trayshawn Ward is hit early. We handed it to him to the left. It looked like they were blitzing from the other side. So we changed the play. He's going to be stopped for no gain. And that's going to force us into a field goal opportunity here as we wait and just let the clock run out while the ball flies through the air. This game is now tied 10-10 after 1 quarter. And looking at different upset possibilities, Mississippi State upset South Carolina at their own home field. Number 18, South Carolina. Mississippi State takes them down. Rogers 30 of 49, 430 yards, 4 touchdowns, while Spencer Rattler had 330 through the air and 3 touchdowns. Good performances by both quarterbacks, just wasn't enough for Rattler on the day. So now let's move ahead here into the second quarter a little further, where we were able to get a stop on the Tar Heel offense and force them to punt it away. Now it's our turn. Wilson with the out route makes the catch and is brought down after a gain of 15 yards. That's his second catch. He's got 21 yards on the evening in total. So 1st and 10 now from the 22, just outside of the red zone. I'm looking to get in there so we can actually grab a lead in this game. Coming out in the pistol formation, it's going to be an option keeper. Credible to the right, cuts it out right further, and he's brought down to about the 5-yard line right there. 5 or 6, we'll have to see where they actually mark him out yet. Credible's got 57 yards on 5 rushes. A good night for him, having to take the reins on this one just a little bit. So they are going to put us down there at the 5. Credible's going to be in a shotgun. We're going 3 wide. Rector slot right. Has the snap. Fires it quickly over. Tried to put some touch on it, just not enough as that one got deflected, dang near intercepted. That happened to him 2 times against Michigan, and it led to a loss. We need to be more careful with the ball. Now Credible comes out in the shotgun once again. 3 receivers on the formation. Has a snap. Tarheels bring a blitz. Fires it over. He's got Ja'Kai Douglas in the end zone. All by himself. Touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Credible stood tall in the face of that blitz coming at him, and he delivers a beautiful pass to Douglas, who just gotten away from his man, was all by himself, and gets the go-ahead touchdown for us here in the second quarter as we now lead 17-10 after that extra point goes through by Fitzgerald. So a little bit of a break for us, which is good to see. Allows us to play a little more freely, so much so that our defense could actually make 2 stops in a row. and give us a chance to have the ball back with 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Now we hand that one off to Ward. He's going to pick up 4 yards. He's only carried the ball 7 times today for 38 yards. On a lot of the option plays, they have been eyeing him. So we've had more option keepers than normal. So 2nd and 6 as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first half. Incredible, drops back and avoids 1 sack and then gets tripped up by his own guys. Gets tripped up by our own lineman. Beautiful job avoiding the sack, but then trying to scramble around, trips over his own man and goes down, makes it 3rd and 13 here. About 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Credible drops back. They bring a blitz. Stands in the pocket, fires it over. He's got Wilson, and they're going to give it to us a first down on that one. Johnny Wilson picks up a big-time catch right there all the way to the 24-yard line. And that's going to keep this drive alive here. 1 minute, 1.5 minutes remaining in the half. Credible is 10 of 12 on the evening. A great day for him so far. So 1st and 10. Credible drops back. He's going to take it himself, and he takes a big hit after gaining 2 yards. Ooh, that was a little nerve-wracking right there. Look at the score on the bottom. South Alabama takes a 1 touchdown lead over number 15, Georgia. Oof, tough day for the Bulldogs on that one. Now we hand it off to Ward on our 2nd and 8, and he's going to get up the middle and pick up about 10 yards and get the first down. 48 yards on 8 carries for that man as we are in 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. Credible shotgun formation, play action. Drops back, fires it over to Wright, who gets hit just as the ball gets to his hand, and it does drop. So he's now 10 of 13 for 153 yards and the touchdowns. So 2nd and 10 now for this Seminole offense. 56 seconds to go at the Tar Heel 12-yard line. Credible in a shotgun, has a snap, drops over, fires it, and that one's deflected away. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, risky throws, and thankfully they're not intercepted. But you hate to see it knocked down as the clock is not moving. So 3rd and 10 now for the Seminole offense. 53 seconds to go. Tar Heels bring a blitz. Fires it to the left. Tries to drop it in. And Storm Duck. What in the hell kind of name is that? Storm Duck. Knocked that one away. And deflects that one. And that's going to force us to kick a field goal here. As Fitzgerald puts the boot up and through the standard for him. And that's going to give us a 10-point lead as we go into halftime. 20-10 right here. On the road. A good solid lead at least. But we need to capitalize a little more. We've had a few mistakes happen on both sides of the ball. Our defense stepped up strong in the second quarter. I'm proud of the way they played, getting stops and allowing our offense to have some good field position. But we've got to be careful. Basically, we can't expect that North Carolina is not going to put points up on the board here in the second half. That's going to happen, right? It just is. So we've got to match them point for point. Basically, we've got to get scores. And we can't allow things like that sack on Credible to happen, which I guess they're going to give it to the kid that he broke the tackle of. But, it is what it is. Look at the yardage differences. Our defense has done a hell of a job containing them to 1 rush yard, but we have allowed 200 yards through the air. And I get it. One of them came off 50-some-odd yards off that one play, but still. We have 153 passing yards, and we had a 67-yarder. So it is what it is, with 101 yards on the ground. So 254 to 202, and the yardage, 13 minutes basically to 7 minutes in time of possession. We need to be, I think, a little more aggressive on the offensive side and put up some more points. Now we're going to jump ahead here into the third quarter. We have added a field goal on, so the score is 23-10. Tar Heels with possession of the ball at their own 48-yard line. Drops back. May fires it over, and his man dropped it. May nailed him right in the hands, and I guess he's not used to being so wide open. And he just dropped that one. Thankfully for our defender, he did not make that catch. Now it's 2nd and 10 from their own 47. Our defense needing to get pressure on May. He's getting rid of the ball pretty quickly, though, so that is kind of tough. And on 2nd and 10, May calling adjustments at the line, has the snap. We bring a blitz. He fires it over, and that's going to be deflected away. Good pressure by our defensive line to force that early throw before anybody was ready for it, and that gets knocked away, making it 3rd and 10 now from their own 47. May's going to be in a shotgun Offense, looks like 3 or 4 wide receivers for the Tar Heels. Pressure comes up the middle. Briggs around the side. He gets him and brings him down. Sacked for a loss of 8 yards. Briggs comes through on that one, his 3rd sack of the day. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Pressure up the middle from Lovett and Jackson. Both guys dominating the inside interior lineman, allowing Briggs one-on-one on the outside to take advantage. So after that sack, they had to punt it away, and here's our ensuing offense. Ward makes a catch out in the flat. No one around him. Ward to the 25-20, and they finally catch up to him after 38 yards, and they bring him down. Credible 230 yards passing through the air. 2 touchdowns after that throw to Ward. Saw him coming out in the flat. The Tar Heels brought not an all-out blitz, but a pretty dang big blitz, and no one there to guard him. And so he escapes for almost 40 yards, bringing up 1st and 10 for the Tar Heels on the Seminoles on the play action. We hit Jones coming across on the slant pattern. Only his 2nd catch of the day. He picks up 12 yards. That's only his 2nd catch. They have limited him, who's normally a pretty favored target of Credible. But that does get us in a goal-to-go situation. 1st and goal now from the 7. Credible and a shotgun. Sends Jones in motion. Drops a little shovel pass to Jones, and he's going to be brought down for about a 4-yard loss. That's what it looks like there. Jones' 3rd touch of the day goes for a loss of 4. Not sure what that blocking scheme is, but it hasn't worked for us a couple times we've run it this season. We're probably going to have to stop doing that one. Making it 2nd and goal now from about the 10-yard line. Credible's in a shotgun. 4 wide receivers set. Has the snap. They bring a blitz. Credible rolling out to his right. Stands in the pocket. Throws that one up to Wilson, and it gets knocked out of his hand. Credible had Wilson, kind of just threw it up, though. Pressure was getting to him, so it wasn't the best throw in the world. But still, you like to think you can do a little bit better than that. You know what I mean? So 3rd and goal now. Credible in the shotgun once again. 3 wide. Drops back. Rolls out to his right. Finds a man. Douglas in the end zone. Ja'Kai Douglas, back corner of the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I wasn't sure who he was looking at. It looked like Douglas went inside for a second, but then cut it back out to that back corner. Credible found him, and that's going to give us a 20-point lead once again in this game, 30-10. And another upset, Michigan. How much I hate you. Have finally lost to Notre Dame, 49-35. Corum with 170 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Not enough to outduel Buckner, who had 400 yards and 5 TDs through the air. So that was a pretty big, upset on that side. But back to our game for now. 2nd and 3, as North Carolina did put up a touchdown. So we've got only a 13-point ball game, 2.5 minutes remaining. Ward has got 17 carries for 88 yards. He's 12 yards away from the century mark. We've got to get the man to 100 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 20. Hand it off to Ward up the middle. He's got a little hole pushing forward. He's going to pick up about 10 yards on that one. And North Carolina calls a timeout. All right, I guess they're going to try to hope to get the ball back with as much time as possible. So 10 yards. We only need 2 more to get the 100-yard mark. Credible's going to come out in a pistol formation. Hand it off to Ward. Up the middle. He's got it. Push it forward. Touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ward would not be denied on that one, as he lowered his shoulder, ran over the defense, and got the points. So now we will put this extra point through with just under 2 minutes to go, back to a 20-point lead, 37-17. But take a look at what else is going on. In the Pac-12 now, USC holds on to beat Oregon State by 7 points. Caleb Williams got 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Fenwick for the Beavers put up 2 touchdowns. And Nolan, 232 yards and 1 touchdown through the air. And that last score that we got would be all that we would need to finish off the Tar Heels, 37-17. Great performance. I mean, the first quarter was shaky, obviously, trailing twice in that first quarter, 7-0, then 10-7. But great job by our offense to constantly fight back. That's what we need to do for the rest of the season as we go along here. So, 37-17, 20-point victory. That's a good way to bounce back after that Michigan loss. We do have some tough games coming up with Miami. We got Louisville on the schedule. We got a lot of Clemson, as always. So a lot of tough games here in the ACC as we get through conference play. But it should be a fun one. So definitely stay tuned for that. And while I have a chance, I do want to remind y'all to hit the subscribe button if you have not already. And if you did like today's video, you enjoy college football, definitely give us a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. And hit that little notification icon so you can be notified of all Champ and Sons content as we upload it through the season. And so on that note, once again, I do want to thank y'all for joining us, and thank you all for the support y'all have shown the channel over the last couple months. It's been crazy. It's been great. I cannot say enough how thankful I am for everything y'all do for us here at Champ and Sons Gaming. So on that note, we will leave off here, get ready for the next episode as we continue our march through the ACC on our way to face off against Wake Forest. I will see y'all in that episode, everybody. So as always, stay safe, and well, you know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.